Number 7 wants to factor x cubed minus 125. Those are both perfect cubes. That tells me I'm using the idea of that sofas. So if you remember, what we're going to do is we're going to have a binomial here times a trinomial. That's what's going to give us this. This trinomial piece is where we apply that idea of sofas. We'll see what we mean by that in a second. So the first thing I need to do is I need to say, hey, what multiplied by itself 3 times to give you x cubed? Easy enough, x. So I'm just taking the cubic root of x cubed, which is x. Cubic root of 125 is a 5, because 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So this is our binomial. It has a subtraction because that's what's there. So our binomial, pretty easy. Take the cubic root of each piece. Now for the trinomial. Sofas, the first S stands for square, the very first piece over here. So I do an x times an x. X times x is x squared. O stands for the opposite sign. We had a subtraction, so we now are going to use an addition. F stands for fuse, meaning multiply these together, which is 5 times x. Easy enough. A stands for always add. And then the S stands for square that second piece. Well, 5 times 5 is how much? 25. And there we have our answer. It's x minus 5 times the whole big thing of x squared plus 5x plus 25. That's what we do for a problem like that that's a cubic. Here, I'm like, oh, I see 4 pieces. I know it's by grouping. I'm going to group these. I want to group these, but before I can do it, I have to change this to plus a negative. That always has to be changed. You always, when you group, the middle number or the middle sign out here must be an addition. So no big deal. I change the minus to plus a negative, and then I can group everything fine. Now, what factors out of 3x cubed minus 6x squared? Number-wise, I have a 3 that factors out. He has an XX, he has an XXX, so I can pull an x squared out. Left behind, well, 3x squared times what is 3x cubed? Just an x. 3 times a 2 will give us that minus 6 there. And then x squared, well, we pulled all x's out, so it's just an x minus 2. Plus, now, whenever we change it to minus, or that minus sign to a plus and negative, you must always factor out a negative number from this guy. You have -4, you have +8. Biggest thing coming out is a -4. Left behind will be an x, because -4 times x gives you the -4x. -4 times what gives you the +8? A -2. A -2 does. Now we notice we have an x minus 2 here, x minus 2 here. So technically we're factoring them out. And the other binomial is going to be the 3x squared plus -4. Instead of writing plus -4, we're just going to write -4. And there we have problem 8.